Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. And thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our panelists at any time. Your camera and microphone are both off, so our panelists cannot see nor hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available with about a week at stripescan.com/Illinois. And with that being said, I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter. So if our representative from Flashpoint College could join us, please.
Beautiful. Hello, everyone. My name is Kit Rivers. I am the Community Relations Manager at Flashpoint Chicago, as well as Columbia College Hollywood, our sister campus. Really excited to talk to you all today for this brief amount of time and just let you know a little bit about our very unique and special institution. And so hopefully we can connect afterwards if you want to learn even more than what we're going to chat about today. But I'll get right into it. So we have Flashpoint Chicago is a not-for-profit liberal arts college. We are accredited by the WASC, the Western Association of Schools and Colleges. But the most important thing that's fun to explain is that we have two campuses. So Flashpoint Chicago is located in downtown Chicago, but our other campus is located out in Los Angeles. These campuses operate as one unit. There's opportunities out of each campus, both remotely and in normal years, not this year, there are also opportunities for students to study abroad, if you will, at the other campus if they choose to. Beautiful. As a digital media arts college, we are very different in the sense, a lot of colleges we understand have about 80 majors or things like that. We focus in four areas and four areas only: cinema, graphic design and interactive media, animation and visual effects, and recording arts. And recording arts is actually pretty special to just our Chicago campus, which is fun to tell you all about. So this is what we do. We are interested in taking creative artistic students and making them digital media art professionals, either in any of these four categories. And beautiful. So we are very much, I kind of said at the beginning, we're a unique school for a unique type of person. We're not for everyone. We don't have big sororities and frats or football teams. We have things like animation club, camera club, film society, women in animation society, motion capture club. The idea being we want students creating work and being on campus, not only in the classroom, but also with their fellow student life and their fellow students and alum. So, our classrooms are very different as well. We don't have classrooms. Our classrooms are, our sound stages, our editing labs, our recording booths, our motion capture lab. We very much believe, if you want to be a filmmaker, you have to get your hands on a camera and make a film. That's the best way to learn. If you want to be a graphic designer, it's one thing to learn how to use the software. It's a much different thing to work with a real company and say, hey, design on behalf of them and what they need. And that's our goal as a school and as a college. Three big things that kind of make us us, if you will. One, our industry immersed aspect. So we are an industry immersed school. This means we work very closely with real companies and real clients. They help us write our curriculum. They sit on our board. They offer opportunities to our students. All of our faculty and staff are also active members of the industry as well. And because we are so small and so personalized, that really allows the student a lot of one-on-one access with their teacher, but also with their teacher's network. And of course, networking in this industry is a huge part of it. And then the third thing that really makes us is that learn by doing aspect. Very rarely are our students going to be doing quizzes or multiple choice or essay. It's more often going to be, here's the semester, here's the piece of content that needs to be created, let's go create it, and thus learn by doing. One thing that I want to touch base on really quickly is our Career Pathways program. This is very unique to us as a school. It operates much differently than what we would understand as a regular career development office. This is a program that's designed to teach our students the industry. They learn 20 essential career skills over the course of 4 years. Those career skills include things like strategic networking, leadership, developing an elevator pitch, developing your brand, building your portfolio. Again, the idea is we want our students to experience as much as what it will be like when they leave school. We want them to experience that on campus so that they're best prepared for going out and getting jobs in this industry and in this world. We have a lot of scholarship opportunities that are available. We sit at about $5.25 a credit hour, but there are a lot of ways to get help with that and get help with our tuition, including portfolio-based scholarships, opportunity-based scholarships, academic-based scholarships, and of course the Yellow Ribbon Award, which we offer. About 72% of our students are covered in some way by scholarships from the school itself. So again, there's a lot of opportunity that exists there. And our application process, pretty simple. We are available on the Common App as well, but we are also available just from our website. I put a link in the chat earlier. That link is going to make sure that you get connected with me so that if you have questions and need to know a lot more than what we can cover today, we can go over that. And it will also make sure that you have access to the application link if you want it. There's a $50 application fee, but there are a variety of ways to waive that fee. We require a personal essay, your official transcripts. And then the last two are just suggestions. You don't have to do them. So you can add 2 letters of recommendation if you'd like to bolster your admissions process and to get some scholarships maybe. And you can add SAT and ACT scores if you'd like, but they are not required. Awesome. So I don't want to go over my time at all. So again, here's the QR code. That is for the same link that I put in the chat box. I also put my email in the chat box, and I'll add my cell phone number as well, my work cell, so that you all can reach me and touch base later if you'd like. But thank you so much for your time. Thanks for letting me tell you a little bit about Flashpoint.
Awesome. Thank you so much for our representative from Flashpoint Chicago. Now, if I can have our representative from the University of Cincinnati join us next.
Okay. Oh. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Sorry, it was saying that I was muted there briefly. So my name is Jen Sloan from University of Cincinnati. We are a large public research university in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I will tell you, we have just about 47,000 students in total. So we definitely fit the bill of a large school, just over 27,000 students, undergraduate students on our main campus. Cincinnati is about a 5-hour drive from the Chicago area and about a 5 to 6 hour drive, depending on where else in the state you may be coming from. So just so you have an idea. What you can maybe tell a little bit from the photo that you see here is there are really no driving roads through our campus. So we are about 2 miles from downtown Cincinnati, very urban school. But the fact that you can't drive through campus creates a really nice sense of community and campus culture for our students. So you really have a very traditional on-campus experience, but in the middle of a very urban environment. And that blend is something a lot of our students really enjoy and appreciate. As a very large school, a question we get asked a lot is, what can I expect from class sizes? Because I'm a little worried it might be too big. So you can see listed here, just under 83% of our classes have 50 students or less. So I like to share that number more than any other ratio, because I think it's helpful to have the visual that the vast majority of your classes are not going to be exceptionally large. And a lot of students are pleasantly surprised to hear that. Just under 4% of our classes have 100 students or more. So it's possible you could have a class that's a little bit bigger, but most of them won't be. You can see some of the other statistics that make up our student body, including 21% of our students coming from out of state. We do have over 350 different majors and programs to choose from, so there is a lot to study at University of Cincinnati. A very quick synopsis of our 9 undergraduate colleges include our College of Nursing, College of Medicine, which does have 2 undergraduate programs, our College Conservatory of Music, Lindner College of Business, College of Allied Health Sciences, College of Arts and Sciences, College of Education, Criminal Justice and Human Services, College of Design, Architecture, Art and Planning. And I believe I may not have said our college, either College of Nursing or College of Arts and Sciences. So hopefully that has gotten all of them. But giving you a really good sense of the fact that there is a lot to study at Cincinnati. You'll notice here that we talk about 100% student participation and experience-based learning. That's really important to us and something that all of our students will participate in. One of the types of experiential learning that we're best known for are our co-op programs. It's a little different than an internship in that it's a full-time paid working experience that can be part of your academic studies at UC. We actually were the founders of co-op education back in 1906 and continue to be a top 5 school for co-op and internship. Some of our programs require co-op, some it's an optional possibility. And others, there are going to be many other experience-based learning opportunities, including student teaching, clinicals. It could include study abroad and artistic performance, you name it, depending on the program. There is going to be a specific way that you're able to have that hands-on experience outside of your classes, but a part of your academic time with us. A couple good things to know about the city of Cincinnati. So our metro area actually has just over 2 million people. And a lot of people don't know that we actually have the largest number of Fortune 500 companies per capita of anywhere in the country. So lots of opportunities for experience outside the classroom. We are also a Research One institution. We do hundreds of millions of dollars of research in a given year. So many, many different ways to be involved. You can see some of our unique undergrad programs listed here. And what's really great is that you don't have to know what that's going to look like for you before you get to campus, just that those options are available. We are a very residential campus, so we do get that question quite a bit. We only require that you live on our main campus for your freshman year if you come from outside a 50-mile radius of campus. And to give you some perspective, 83% of our freshmen typically live right on our main campus in 16 different residence halls. There's a lot to do. We have over 500 different student organizations, truly something for everyone, which is something that we think is a real strength of UC. We are Division I for athletics. We have over 30 club sports. And of course, intramurals are something that are very, very popular. So how do you apply to University of Cincinnati? So we are a Common App only school. That is the only way to apply. We do have an application fee. We do require an official high school transcript direct from your high school, one letter of recommendation, which I assure you is enough. And we are test optional both this year and next year. This year we were test optional with the exception of nursing, early childhood, and our university honors program. We will share a little bit more early in the summer about if there are any changes to that, but the vast majority will stay test optional going into this next year. Some important deadlines to know for Cincinnati you can see our scholarships listed here. December 1st is our early action deadline. It is also a priority deadline for any of the programs that you see listed here. Some of those programs can and will close as of December 1st or quickly thereafter. The other reason December 1st is really important is because it's our scholarship deadline. There's no separate application. All you have to do is meet the deadline, submitting the application and all required materials, and you will be considered automatically for any of those scholarships that you saw listed there. We will be offering tours this summer, so please feel free to check out our website if you're interested in coming to campus. And certainly if there are other questions, I would be more than happy to answer in the chat, or you're welcome to reach out another time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to our representative from the University of Cincinnati. If I could have the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire join us, please.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Jackie Navarez, and I'm an admissions counselor at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. I do mostly work with students outside of Wisconsin and Minnesota, so I'd be your main contact and happy to answer any questions you have now. And I'll put my contact information in the chat if you have any follow-up questions after today. But a little bit about us, if you're not familiar, we are located in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So you'll see on the little map there, that's Northwest Wisconsin. It's about 5 hours or about just over 300 miles from the city of Chicago, same distance from Des Moines, Iowa. So give you a little bit perspective there. We're a little bit closer to the Minnesota border in the Twin Cities there. We are a campus of about 10,700 total students, so that makes us pretty mid-size, not too small, not too huge. Actually pictured there is what you see is most of campus. On the left-hand side is our lower campus where we have our academic halls. So our students are going to class and they may have a part-time campus job, since we do have more than 3,000 part-time campus jobs available for our students. And then we have our hill, which if you've been on campus, you'll definitely remember. It's quite a steep climb up, but our students love to do it every day. And they go up to upper campus on that right-hand side where you'll see our residence halls. So largely residential area where our students are relaxing, recharging after a day of work and class. And we have some recreational halls as well for students to get involved. be it through a gym membership or some exercise classes up there. Some things we're known for, of our 10,700 students, we do have 10,000 of our students who are undergraduate students. So you all coming in as first year students up until senior year. So you're seeing we're really focusing on opportunities for those students. Opportunities include research. We have been noted for our undergraduate research at UW-Eau Claire. It's something we take a lot of pride in, and we have great faculty members, so professors that are working with our students to do this research and taking those students across the country to conferences, as well as publishing with these students as undergrads. So really cool opportunity there. We also have study abroad and more local immersion trips, so not quite out of the country if something you're looking to do, if you're wanting to get out of the Midwest there. Internships as well. Some of our programs require internships for graduation, but we still have a lot of partnerships within the city of Eau Claire, which also is pretty mid-sized, about just under 70,000 total residents, and they provide a lot of opportunities for internships as well as jobs for our students. And finally, service learning. Something else that the city of Eau Claire provides for our students is a great way to get involved within the community, give back while having experience in their field. Also there you'll see are some popular and unique programs. Definitely our most popular majors fall within business or school of business, as well as biology and other sciences like chemistry, biochemistry, especially for students interested in going into pre-med. We do have a lot of medical facilities across the area. Eau Claire itself, we have the Mayo Clinic Health System, and of course we're not too far from Mayo there in Minnesota as well. So a lot of health systems provide a lot of opportunities for our students interested in the STEM field. Some unique programs to look at there. You'll see communication sciences and disorders, our social diversity certificate, which is actually pretty new and kind of emphasizes Eau Claire's emphasis on equity, diversity, and inclusion. We're one of the few schools that actually does training with our students before they get on campus, kind of a new initiative just to make sure that we're all always educating ourselves on what we call EDI, making sure we make a safe, inclusive campus. When it comes for paying for college, I did mention we do have more than 3,000 student jobs for students, anything from working in housing to working in offices across campus that provide professional experience. For example, we have some students working in admissions that are looking to go into higher education, specifically admissions. So it's a great opportunity for them to get that experience while getting paid at school right on campus. We are also part of the Midwest Student Exchange Program. So for you residents of Illinois, that is a tuition discount. We don't have any really stipulations on it as long as you're admitted and not a nursing major. Nursing is the only exception to that program. You would be awarded that tuition discount. Scholarships as well. We do have some out-of-state student scholarships that can get you really close to in-state tuition if you are eligible. So you definitely go on our website to look at eligibility for that. And of course, I do encourage you to visit Wisconsin's most beautiful campus. If you go to uwec.edu/visit, we do have both virtual and in-person options right now. And if you're looking ahead in the summer, we'll have those up on our website soon. If you want to come in the summertime, really beautiful, or even closer to the fall when we have some students on campus, we'd be happy to have you there. So of course, I'll take any questions you may have in the Q&A. If not, I will go ahead and put my email down in the chat so we can reach and connect with each other there. And looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much again to our representative from the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire. Now, if I could have the University of Wisconsin, Stephen Point, join me, please.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me just share this real quick. I enjoy going after UW-Eau Claire, getting the soft shade of Wisconsin's most beautiful campus. Don't worry, I heard you, Jackie. I heard it. So welcome, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about UW-Stevens Point. I think the elephant in the room is a lot of folks tend to not have heard of us right off the bat. So I'm going to make sure you not only know who we are, but what we're all about today. So you'll see right in front of you right off the bat that discover your purpose. That's sort of our brand. That's how we approach higher education in general. And I like to think about it, I like to break it down a little bit because, you know, it's kind of a tagline and we see hundreds of taglines a day. and we don't really think too much about it. So when I think about discovering your purpose, I think about sort of a Venn diagram. You got two circles, they overlap in the middle. The first one is your passions and your interests. And on the other side, you've got your skills, either the ones you have already or that you're hoping to acquire. That intersection in the middle is sort of the gateway to discovering your purpose. Now, obviously, that's a very personal thing. That's something you have to do for yourself. But our job as a university is to help facilitate that, provide the support, provide the resources, make sure that you have what you need to get to whatever that purpose is for you. So real quick, I'm going to break down just sort of some of the details about really who we are and some of the details about Point. So we've got about 7,300 students on our campus. We're in the city of Stevens Point, which is pretty much dead center Wisconsin. I think Pittsville might be a little bit closer to the center, but that's fine. We can take it from them for now. Stevens Point, the larger community, has about 40,000 people. So it's pretty much mid-sized central Wisconsin town, mid-sized campus on top of it. And we really do connect really well with that community. And within our campus, we offer over 120 different undergraduate programs. Those are all housed within our 5 academic colleges. Technically, those programs are within 4, but that 5th college is a bit more of a support services, tutoring, international education, that sort of thing. And so within those 120 different programs, we've got a huge range of stuff. We're really well known for our natural resource programs. We also have super strong education programs, health sciences, nursing is a big up and coming one. Business is huge. Psychology is always really popular. I always like to shout out the English program because we have one of 4, I believe, independently run, student-run publishing houses in the country. So it means from beginning to end of the publishing process, it's all student-run stuff. Now, I want to dive in a little bit to the financial side of things as well, because I think that's another elephant in the room. Whenever we're talking about college, we're talking about that financial investment. So I put a big arrow next to it. I think Jackie touched on it already. We're also part of the Midwest Student Exchange Program. You can see here, basically, that just means we knock about $4,500 off tuition right off the top, just because you're an Illinois resident. You don't have to apply for it. Just by the nature of where you live, you're eligible for this. And so truly, when you're looking at, this is an estimate for fall 2021, I believe, for this year, and you compare this to, honestly, in-state tuition for Illinois, we tend to be even a little bit cheaper, if not same cost, if not a little bit cheaper than a lot of in-state Illinois schools as far as tuition goes. So definitely something to think about. Another really neat benefit we have is that textbook rental program. So when I was in college, I don't think I ever spent less than $250 per semester on books. With this program, textbook costs are rolled into tuition and fees, and it's heavily subsidized. So for about $65 per semester, you get all of your textbooks. We'll pick them out for you, get the right edition, make sure you're all set and good to go. You don't have to worry about it. So that's just one additional way that we're trying to help out students and make sure that you have what you need. So that's kind of the down and dirty, the quick snips of who we are, what we offer as a university. But I also want to take some quick time to talk about just what we stand for, what we represent. And I talked about that a little bit with discovering your purpose, but I think especially in this type of environment, it's important to find what sets you apart. And I think there's 2 main themes that really set UWSP apart from a lot of other places and that truly make us one of the best places to discover your purpose. The first is this idea of community value. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when I was looking at schools, when I look at schools now, I think about things in terms of value. I think there's academic value, there's financial value, and there's community value. Those first 2 are important because college is a huge investment. You can't forget it. You want to make sure that with time, money, effort, energy that you're putting into it, you're going to get out what you want out of it, and that you're not going to have to, sell your house or your life savings on the way. With that said, that community value piece is also huge, and you want to make sure you're in a place that feels good, that feels like you can make connections. I think one of the best ways that we establish connections with students is with our faculty. I think our professors truly go above and beyond in an exceptional way to connect with students and build relationships. If I had some more time, I go into more of the statistics about average class size about 29. Student to faculty ratio is 18-1. We actually have the largest percentage of classes taught by full-time faculty members in the UW system. But what really puts us over the top is the connection that faculty make with students. And that's just a really key aspect to experience here at Point. The other thing that sets us apart is this focus on going beyond 4 walls. And this is how can we get students outside of the classroom and actually getting hands-on experiences through research, through internships, through in-class scenarios. That's key both for finding jobs after graduation and I mean, just because that's what people enjoy doing. So we really want to make sure you get that along the way. Real quick, before I sign off and yield my time, I want to make sure we jump over super quick to our visit site. Take a look here. Please come visit us. Come check us out in person. That's the best way to experience any college campus. I'd love to see you. I'd love to visit you. My name's John. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Send me an email. All righty. I think that'll do it for me. Thank you all so much for coming and take care.
Great. Thank you so much again, John, for your conversation around the University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point. Now, if I can have my representative from St. Xavier University join me.
Yes, hello. So my name is Tyler. I'm one of the admission counselors for St. Xavier University. I'm actually joined today by my colleague, Clarissa Jimenez. So Clarissa,
hello, everyone.
Yourself. All right, I will go ahead and get started. All right, so just a little bit of background about us. We are actually a local Chicago university. We're down in the Mount Greenwood area on the far south side, right on the border with the suburbs, including Evergreen Park and Oak Lawn. So you kind of have the best of both worlds there. You have very easy access to the city of Chicago, but also a nice, calm neighborhoodly feel of the suburbs. So a little bit about us. We are definitely a smaller environment here on campus. We have about 3,000 total undergraduate students, with a couple hundred more in our grad programs. We have 61 different undergraduate programs to choose from across 3 different colleges within our university, which I'll touch on in just a minute. We definitely specialize in a small class size here as well. Our student to faculty ratio is 15:1, and your average class size is only going to be around 23. So it's probably going to be pretty comparable to what you have right now in high school. I've always thought that that's a very advantageous way to learn. You get a more individualized approach to education. Your professors are more readily available for any assistance or anything like that. We do not utilize TAs here at St. Xavier University. You will always be taught by your professor, one of the members of our faculty, over 75% of whom do have a terminal degree in their field. So just to give you an idea about our student body, right over here, we have a little bit of a breakdown. Back in the 1840s, we were actually founded as an all-women's institution. And as you can see over here on the right, women still make up the majority here on campus. About 2/3 of our students are first generation, meaning they're the first in their family to go to college. And we are ranked as one of the top 10 most diverse student populations among regional Midwest universities. The first school within our university is the College of Arts and Sciences. This is probably our largest school within the university, and it has the widest variety of different areas to choose from in terms of programs. It has everything from art and music to the sciences like biology, chemistry, computer science, and then everything in between like criminal justice, communications, English, psychology, Spanish, sociology, everything like that. Also included in this is our education program. We have 4 different disciplines to choose from, and we're very well known in Chicago for our competitive education program and placing teachers in the Chicagoland area, both in the Catholic schools system as well as the Chicago public school system. The second school within our university is the Graham School of Management, which is our business school. This is home to our 5 different areas of business to choose from, including accounting, finance, hospitality management, regular management, and then digital marketing. We do offer CPA classes for those accounting students that are looking to get that certification. And we are also recognized by an organization known as the AACSB. And because we have this accreditation from them, we are recognized as one of the top 5% of business schools in the world. Furthermore, we are recognized by US News and World Report as one of the best undergraduate business programs in the country. Finally, our last school is the School of Nursing and Health Sciences. This is probably our most popular program, the School of Nursing. We are a direct admit program, and we were actually the first collegiate nursing program in the state of Illinois. We have been consistently ranked as a center of excellence by the National League of Nursing, and we have simulation labs on campus as well as very good relationships with prominent hospitals in the city of Chicago. For those students that are looking to pursue a varsity sport while in college, St. Xavier is actually affiliated with an organization known as the NAIA, so that's a little bit different than the NCAA. So even though we are a smaller university, only about 4,000 students, we do offer athletic scholarships in all of the different sports that are listed over here on the left. However, if you don't think you're ready for a varsity commitment to athletics, I am always a huge advocate for intramurals, so lots of fun ways to get involved there. However, if sports aren't really your jam, we do have over 40 different student organizations to choose from with a wide array of interests to choose from there. We have a campus radio station and a student newspaper. We have spirituality-based clubs as well as student government, and basically anything else in between. If you are interested in living on campus, we have plenty of different dorm options to choose from. We do not require any student to live on campus if they do not choose. Either freshman through senior year, there are no requirements whatsoever. Your meal plan is automatically included on your room and board payment, and there are RAs on each floor if you ever need a person of reference. The application process itself is actually pretty easy. You can apply online through our website, or we are listed on the Common App. There is no application fee and there is no enrollment deadline. We're on what's called rolling admission. Basically, after you apply, you're going to want to send in your official high school transcripts, and we are not requiring tests for any majors this year. So no SAT and no ACT. If you have any questions about FAFSA, please feel free to reach out to us. My colleague Clarissa will be putting our contact information in the chat. So please feel free to reach out to us at any point if you have any questions whatsoever. And of course, if you want to follow us on social media, you are more than welcome to. We would love to have you. And that's basically it. If you do have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. We'd be more than happy to answer them. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much to our two representatives from St. Xavier University. And last but not least, I do want to introduce our last school, which is Bradley University. So awesome. And I'll let her take the floor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Talia Navoa. I'm an admission counselor here at Bradley University. With me is my colleague, Lindsay Lindbergh. She will answer any questions that you have in the chat. If you are from the Chicago area, I will be your teammate through this whole college process in regards to Bradley. So nice to meet you. Bradley University is located in Peoria, Illinois. It is about 3 hours from Chicago, 3 hours from the Quad Cities, 3 hours from Indianapolis, and 3 hours from St. Louis. Peoria is great because it's a smaller city that offers urban benefits, but has that personal feel. And let me tell you, there's nothing better than drinking coffee at a local coffee shop, listening to live music, and being known by the barista. Bradley University is a mid-sized university, and we believe that that makes a big difference here at our school. With nearly 6,000 students, we have the ability to be more personalized than the large universities, and we have more opportunities in the small colleges. We have more than 185 academic programs here at Bradley University. So if you are a person with many passions, we have various classes and various programs that you can pick and choose from. We do have a 12-to-1 student faculty ratio, and our professors and faculty really care about their students. They just don't want to make sure that you have a great education. They want to make sure that you are okay as a person. I just spoke to a professor who said that he was talking to all of his students, making sure that they're okay during this pandemic time, not just about homework, but just that they are okay as a person and as a whole. And I think that's incredible. The average class size here is about 17 students. So if you are looking for that one-on-one feel, Bradley University definitely has that. And 100% of our classes are taught by faculty, which is really special. We have 5 colleges here at Bradley University. We have the Foster College of Business, the Slane College of Communications and Fine Arts, the College of Education and Health Science, the Caterpillar College of Engineering and Technology, and the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. But just because we have 5 colleges doesn't mean you have to pick one. We here at Bradley know that you have different passions, that there are things that you want to do. So if you want to mix and match through this college, through these colleges, you can. So if you are a person who loves business, but they play guitar, or a person who is an engineer and wants to be in theater, go ahead and go for it, because we really are proud of all of our students' passions and different interests. We also know that students might not know what they want to be. And because of that, we have founded the Academic Exploration Program. And this is for our students who are undecided or have so many passions that they just don't know which one to go for. So for our Academic Exploration Program, what we do is we make sure that it is based on the student's strengths. We also have what's called the Footsteps program. And this is where a student actually gets to shadow their freshman year. So if they're between being a lawyer or being a doctor, they actually can shadow a lawyer and shadow a doctor, and really make sure that this is something that they want to do and that this is something that they want to invest their time in. Bradley University is a residential campus. It is a very family feel and very walkable. It takes about 15 minutes to get from one side to the other and only 5 to 10 minutes to get to class. So if your class starts at 8:30 and you wake up at 8 o'clock, just put a t-shirt on, put some jeans on, and you can run a class, and you'll probably still be 5 minutes early, which is great for anyone who likes to sleep in, which is what I like to do when I was in college. 90% of freshmen live on campus. So we really want to build that community. You have to live on campus for the first 2 years at Bradley University, but this just gives you the opportunity to build friends, to build a community, and to really engage with other people that are different from you and have come from different places. It's really important for our students to get a great education here at Bradley University, but it's also important for you guys to have fun. We have over 240 student organizations at Bradley University, so no matter what you're interested in, there's going to be something for you here. My favorite piece of advice for students is don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. So I say your first week on Bradley's campus, pick 2 or 3 organizations to join, and you'll make friends instantly. If there's something on campus if there's something we don't have on campus, all you'll need is 3 friends and an advisor, and we'll make it happen, and we'll even give you money. We also have Division I sports here at Bradley University. So if you want to go to a basketball game or a soccer game and really have that Bradley pride, we want that for our students, and we have that for our students. Our most popular organization is Wags for Mags, and that is where we train service dogs. So if you're a big fan of dogs, we have a lot of them on campus. We can't pet them because they're working, but they're very cute. Financial assistance is obviously very important for all of us. I was a first-generation student myself, so I know that finances is really important. I'm not just your admission counselor here at Bradley University, I'm also your financial aid advisor, and I will take you step by step through the financial aid process. A good way to find out what your estimate cost would be is to go to our cost estimator at bradley.edu/estimator. You can apply at Bradley through our Bradley University application or through the common application. We are a test optional school, so all we need is your transcript and a personal essay. Please come and visit us on campus. You can do that virtually or in person. We would love to have you. Thanks so much, guys. If you have any question, please feel free to put it in the chat box.
Thank you so much to all of our representatives today. It was nice to hear about the different varieties that are offered at all the schools. And with that being said, I'd love to welcome back all of our representatives. If they could project their screen again so that we can do a quick Q&A. And with that being said, I'll start off with our first college. So if Flashpoint Chicago can join me and just give our audience some advice, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet. Try to talk to current students. Getting access to current students that are at the school is going to be your best, most unfiltered sort of way. Sorry, my watch heard me. It's going to be the best, most unfiltered way to kind of get the pros and cons of the school you're looking at, the institute you're looking at. So yeah, ask the counselors at the schools that you're looking at, and I'm sure they can hook you up with student government members or mentors or something like that, and they're going to be your best resource.
Awesome, yeah. And with that being said, I guess I'll turn it over to our next school, which is the University of Cincinnati. Anything different that you'd like to add?
I would say try to have fun with this process. I know that it can be really full of anxiety and nerve-wracking, and try to have fun. This is an exciting time, and what's even more exciting is it's looking more and more like a lot of this process may get to look a little bit more traditional for you. So try to take a deep breath and get to enjoy this moment a little bit, and take the opportunity to explore and learn new things and be open to places you maybe haven't heard of before, because what you think might be a best fit may actually not be everything you thought, and you may not have even heard of the place that's going to be great for you yet.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. If we could have the representative from the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire.
Hi, yeah. My biggest piece of advice is always to visit if you can. In person's always great, but I know it's not always doable. So taking advantage of all of our virtual options we have now, we're getting kind of good at that because we had no option to get good at virtual stuff. But I always enjoy doing Zoom calls, even with students. I've done a couple this week, so always willing to do that and connect with you one-on-one if that works best for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to stay within Wisconsin and move on to the University of Wisconsin, Stephen Point.
Just 2 hours to the east. Yeah, I would say the biggest thing I can offer is to have a plan. I think it really is, especially with like college fairs, and if you visit like 5 or 6 different colleges all within a short span of time, and you don't really know what you're looking for, that can make it even tougher. If you can think of even like 3 main points that you want to focus on with each visit or each, I guess, interaction, that can really help narrow things down and make it less of a overwhelming experience.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for that. Our representative from St. Xavier University, anything new?
Yeah, I would just say don't be afraid to ask questions. We've all been in your shoes before. I know we're not scary people, I promise you, and we're here to help you out. So please don't be afraid to ask us questions. Schedule visits with everyone, and get all your answers out. Make a list, and even if you don't know something, we'll probably bring something up and questions arise with there. But don't be afraid to ask us questions.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And I know that our representative from Bradley University did share her favorite tip for all of y'all, but do you have anything else to add in terms of advice?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to get organized. I was not organized when I was younger. Make an Excel sheet, put all the schools and put all the admission counselors and financial aid counselors on there, because like Clarissa was saying, asking for help is the number one key. You don't know what you don't know, and we know it. So just get organized and we will make sure that you are on the right path.
Awesome. Thank you, y'all, for all those answers. And I think we have enough time for one more question. So I'll go ahead and project this. And again, we're going to go back to Flashpoint College. Flashpoint College, is there a favorite event or tradition that's on campus that you'd like to share?
Yeah, as a digital media arts college specializing in film, every year we have a digital media arts festival and a film festival on both of our campuses. Obviously, this year it is going to be a virtual festival. But yeah, students, high school students in particular, heyo, out there, participate in these festivals, and interwork and industry professionals get to take a look at it and all of that. So you all in here are more than welcome to enter.
Super cool. I mean, that's a very creative environment to be in. How about our representative from the University of Cincinnati?
I would say, I think one of the favorite events on campus are our football Saturdays, game days, or Friday night, depending on what it may be. We're looking forward to that, looking a lot more traditional this year too. And I think whether you're a sports fan or not, our football stadium sits literally right in the middle of our campus. And it just creates a really fun, energetic sense of school spirit that I think everyone really looks forward to, and is especially looking forward to this year.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And our representative from the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire?
Yeah, I think a lot of my favorite events and time is during our welcome week. So when we have students come on campus, and it's just not our first year students, it's all of our students getting involved, whether it be our Blues Organization Bash, where we have more than 200 student organizations represented on our campus mall, and they're talking with students one-on-one, to a great event we hold every semester in our downtown area. So in downtown Eau Claire, which is not a far walk from campus, where we have a lot of restaurants, coffee shops, all that have special events and discounts for students. A great way to kind of combine our university with the community and get our students off of campus a bit and enjoy some of the amenities we have down there.
Oh, that's awesome. Getting to know it around town is really important during this process. If I can have the representative from the University of Wisconsin, Stephen Point.
Yeah, so I would have to say the trivia contest. UW Stevens Point actually hosts the world's largest trivia contest on our campus in April, usually broadcast over our campus radio station, 90 FM. And it's like such a fun mix of like trivia and like a little bit of dorkiness that comes with trivia, but it's still fun. And like people join teams around campus and it goes on for an entire weekend. And so it's just kind of night and day trivia and people get really into it, very excited. One of our student ambassadors actually the creative director of the radio station, so he gets hyped up for it. So yeah, trivia contest, that's a blast.
Yeah, that's super cool. I'm sure that people are learning a lot of different random facts during that weekend. And next up we have St. Xavier University. Is there any tips that you have? Any favorite events or traditions on campus?
Yeah, so I would say my personal favorite is our Taste of SXU. So it's kind of similar to the Taste of Chicago, just a smaller version. We'll bring food trucks to university. Students get free meal tickets, and you get to try food from different trucks, which is really nice. They always have some bomb food, so I do highly suggest attending that if you go to SXU.
Oh, sounds so delicious. And last but not least, if we can have our representative from Bradley University.
Yes, definitely. My favorite event is the lighting of our bee. So we have a big bee for Bradley on top of Bradley Hall. And to start off our homecoming, we light it up. We have fireworks, we have live music, we have dancing, and it's just so great because it feels like a family and a community. And it's nice to see the freshmen that we recruited because they're just so happy. So it's an exciting time.
Awesome. Well, that brings us to the end of our conversation. So I'm going to have to skip over that last question. And first off, I want to thank all the panelists for being here and giving up your time to give us a little bit of information about your colleges. And then for the audience as well, thank you for joining us and learning a little bit more about the different colleges and different options that you have available to you. Whenever you close this window, there will be a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide for us. Also, this is just one of many different sessions being hosted. So be sure to sign up for any additional sessions. In about a week, you'll be able to find the sessions recording as well as any other sessions recording at strivescan.com/Illinois. With that being said, I want to say thank you and everyone have a great evening.